Ooh, boy. Boy. We are back. Minus Vanilla. Vanilla is not feeling well, so she's going to be chilling at the house tonight, resting. But we are back, and we are back to talk some shit. All right. Boy, that boy drinking already. It just, I forgot this is Friday. This is Friday.
Oh, yeah.
that
You
nigga
always
there.
got to do that.
All right.
Tomorrow I'll be in the A.
Oh, you in the A tomorrow?
Ooh.
Oh, shit. What you coming to the A for?
We visit my homeboy.
All right. Oh, you in the A or you going to be south of the A? Like, people say they coming to the A and then be like an hour away.
I'm not in the heart of the city, like downtown.
Okay.
Ooh.
We'll link. So, Alicia, how was your week?
It was a good week. Got my hair done today. I feel good, feel new and fresh. I feel good. It's August. It's my favorite month. It's my favorite month. It's my birthday month. It's Leo season. So I'm turning up.
I thought she gonna have a real reason.
Oh, haters.
So when's your birthday? When's your birthday? August what?
18th.
18th? All right. So whoever you dating, he has a pay period to get right, because that's more than 2 weeks. You got a pay period. What?
Yeah,
okay.
no.
16 days. We got 2 weeks and 2 days.
I'm telling you, boy, he got no excuse. No excuse.
I hope you're watching too.
One of my exes, her birthday was on the 1st, June 1st. And boy, you gotta plan that the month ahead, because
Ahead of time.
I'm talking about rent due, everything due, and here come your birthday. Like, man. What about you, Mayhem? How was your week, bro?
I was straight. It's cool. I do anything this week? Not really. Work had been kind of whatever this week. I was already ready. You like have a plan, like you have a trip plan.
Vacation checked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, that boy ESPN notification going on, boy. Send that preseason game on. But no, when you have a trip plan, you never really like want to work. So.
Oh yeah, that whole week before.
I was checked out Monday. Like I was already. Yeah.
So when you flying or you driving?
I'm flying. I'm done driving that 6 hours. That shit done.
So when you fly out?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. All right. Bad. So hopefully won't have you drink too much. And you want to know what's crazy? I forgot to change the word of the trigger word. So I'm gonna go ahead and change that to. I'm just gonna change it to. I'm not gonna even vote on it. But my week was this nigga. My week was all right until y'all know, just moved into a house. It's an older house. Doing some renovations and stuff, and they have to like clear all the vents, the AC vents and stuff. So we have to have the AC off for the next 2 days, and it is hot as hell. So I got so many fans running around. It takes me back to the projects. If y'all remember being in front of me, I don't know, in front of the fan shit. That's what I feel like. I got 3 fans going in here alone. Because I knew I had to have these lights on. I know I'm a big boy. I got big pores. I sweat easy. So I had to do that. On top of drinking, we're going to be in trouble. We're not going to hold it off. We're going to get ready to get into the show, and y'all already know how we do. I go by the name LB Easy, a.k.a. Passport Poppy, here with my bro Mayhem, the beautiful Alicia. And this is Vibe Society. Yeah, baby. I'm talking about Mayhem is remixing, boy. Swizzy.
Right, we got a whole lot of new stuff. We got intro. I love it.
Yeah, it's season 3, so we had to, switch it up a little bit. Oh, man. Hey, shout out to Palm Productions. Pork You coming soon. It's going to be the funniest show that you ever seen. You don't even know it's your favorite show, but it's going to be your favorite show. Shout out to them. Yes, I got big pores. But now, before we get started, you already know we have to shout out the sponsors to make this thing pop. The reason why we can even do this, we got to shout out C Media, but also shout out Mixmasters. Mixmasters make sure we get right. If you need anything, any kind of drinks, Mixmasters, they deliver. They also bartend. They do creative drinks for you, exclusive drinks for you. Check them out, Mixmasters LLC. Mike is always going to get you right, I promise you. And speaking of that, we can't talk about our sponsor without talking about the reason why we have to have a drink sponsor, because the trigger word of today is crazy. If this is your first time watching, every time someone says the word crazy, they have to take a shot or a sip of their drink. Now, you can play along at home if you want to. All you got to do is choose a society member to drink with. Or you could drink every time you hear it. I don't care. We all going to have a good time. If it's not your Friday, it's at least your Friday Eve. Let's go ahead and go. All right, so we're going to get into the first topic. First topic, we're going to start off a little light. A little light tonight. Now... Oh, and don't mind the background. I got a new couch in the studio, so I had to move the other chair out the way.
He's trying to set the mood, y'all. He got a friend coming over later. That's what it is.
Let me tidy up real quick. Yeah.
He got his little couch.
I'll be there in 15.
Studio.
Right.
He told her, you ain't got to sit on my bed. I got a couch for us,
Right.
First off, y'all know I'm a God fan Christian, man. I don't know what you're talking about. So don't mind. It just looks so. It looked like it's giving me home studio vibes. When somebody say, "Man, I'm finna go do this mixtape real quick with this chair in the background." So don't.
I don't know. It's giving casting couch. It's just like,
wow. Yeah. We know what you be looking at on when you at home.
Show us your closet. That shit at the whole.
Yeah.
That's the closet. No, the closet is literally full of smoke accessories.
Whoop that trick.
No, honestly, in this day and age, if you want to do some recording, you don't gotta even go to the studio. Boom.
But you can just sit down.
You can record anywhere in the world. Like if we traveling, we laying down tracks or anything like that. I take this with me every time I'm traveling, producing anything like that. So yeah, all that day's over. But nah, that's full of bongs and hookahs and gas masks. Like that's all smoke accessories in there.
Gas masks.
You never smoked out the gas mask. Next time you're in Atlanta, I got you.
I don't know if I want that.
We're gonna have you in there, bitch. Zooted. All right, so I'm trying to be the next one up. Like we had Snoop, then had Wiz, now it's LB. Smoke with me. All right. So topic number one, we're going to go ahead and get into this first topic. And this first topic, we're really just going to have a little fun. We're going to have a little fun with this one because we had to go down memory lane. We was having our meeting, and this came up for last week, but last week our conversation went a little too long. So topic number one, what was your first experience dancing in the club, and what life lessons did you learn? Now, I'll be happy to go first, but, ladies first, Alicia. What was your first experience?
Let's see, because my first experience, I feel like as a girl is different, because most of the time, at least from my experience when I was younger, even though I'm still a child anyways, but like go to clubs, like we were with friends, so it was like, okay, you just do what you do, you dance with your girls, all right, cool. I didn't really learn life lessons until like the basics that we always learn, like, okay, like watch yourself, like watch you drink, all that type of stuff, because niggas are weird. That was the most that I ever got. I never had a weird situation.
Because niggas are weird.
Yeah, I never had a weird situation like some people do. It's scary out here. So it was like a normal experience, just like, all right, guy asks you to dance, all right, cool, you might get a number if it's interesting, he buy you a drink, all right, cool, bye. That was how my experience was.
Do people even exchange numbers at the club anymore?
Instagram.
I remember growing up, boy, it was how many numbers you can get.
But you saw that new iOS update that's supposed to be coming out, where you can just tap each other's iPhone and they can share the contact. That's the dangerous thing. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Because all somebody got to do is hold their phone next to you as long enough to get it. Well, I think you might have to be able. It might be like
like an AirDrop. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know who that's going to affect? It's not going to affect men. It's going to affect women. Because y'all are the number one liars at the club. Y'all will give fake numbers, fake names, fake all that. Y'all can't give none of that fake shit no more. Because when y'all do it, like Wayne had a bar when he said, what's your real name, not your stripper name? Because women be at the club talking about their name is everything but their name.
My name Ariel. My name Veronica.
But it changes depending on their vibe. So, like, unlike with me, my nickname LB, but in my phone it says LB. Like my stuff says LB Easy. I had to change it because I used to have a smoke. I used to have the look like smoke with the smoke. Somebody blowing, and I had all the emojis until I made a business call. and it came up with that shit. So I was like, oh, let me change my tag. But so yeah, because you and Simone both used the name Simone when y'all out and about, but that's not y'all name. Mm-hmm. So now when y'all out here, y'all gonna be in trouble, ladies.
Twins, yeah. People will get caught up real quick, especially females. Yeah. I forgot about the changing like the name. That's actually, we're done.
Nah. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you can go on your phone and change the name of your phone.
But so that's just too much work. Because like when you're in the club, you don't think about stuff like that. It's just
think
like
about
boom.
It. I think they're gonna end up doing like kind of like how they did with the new OS when you can tap and then you have different. Damn, hold up, it's not doing it.
Like lock screens and shit.
Yeah, different lock screens.
You can give them different names.
Yeah, so it may have something like that you can have different profiles. Each profile may have a different name. Now, if they do that, then cool. But if not, y'all just got to be honest. But I really don't care. I don't try to get numbers at the club because I'm like,
so played out.
Yeah, like, are we really getting to know each other? If we meet at the club, you know what we meeting for. Like, we are not meeting to say hi. I want. Right. Yeah, y'all didn't have no conversation. It's all based off physical appearance. So
It's not should be.
Well, let's be real. Let's be real. People love to say, "Oh, personality." Like I'm one of the people. I love a good personality, but however, we got to get to the personality. Like, let's be honest.
Like you said, nigga, motherfucker be faking the funk for a minute. So
first off, it used to be at the club you got to be careful and wait till the lights come on. But that was back in my day. You have to wait till the lights come on. Cause when the club lights, all that boom, 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 boom,
last
boom,
call.
It be looking good. You be like, oh, them lights come on. Be like, whoa.
They're gonna play Usher. Nice.
You gotta slow it down. You gotta slow it down.
I was talking to I forgot who I was talking to, one of my homeboys. I was like, I really don't feel like they play even like R&B in the club anymore.
Everything's trap.
Like, I'm like, who wanna keep catching? Twerking is so much effort. Trying to catch a twerk is so much effort.
First
off, do that.
First off,
Pound Town.
I will never turn away a woman that's trying to throw ass back on me. However, I do not want to hear TikTok and Instagram famous songs at the club. No. Even as a DJ, I be like, bro, I know y'all tired of hearing this shit. But also the problem with that is that as a DJ, a lot of songs will be hot today, and then not hot tomorrow because you done heard them 30,000 times on Instagram. What about you, Mayhem? What was your first experience dancing in the club, and what life lessons did you learn?
I feel like I know it vaguely. Like I know, it's like you're gonna lie. I know for a fact I'm talking about the first time I went to college. Because outside of that, I don't really have much experience. Outside of one of them, like those little school dances.
I grew up early. I was in a strip club at 14.
I had 10. Well, yeah, mine's a little different.
Yeah, first off, my brother, I look the same way. Mine is the beard since I was in the 8th grade. Same height and all. And my brother is 8 years older than me. So he used to give me his ID, and I'll be hanging out with my big bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so.
That's wild.
But I digress. Go ahead, bro.
I was about fucking 5'2", so that wasn't happening. But when I got to college, I want to say
5'2".
I want to say I went to library. You know, like one of the spots off University. You know that spot off University?
Yeah, I did a music video.
I'm pretty sure
at library.
Oh
yeah.
Wow.
They used to have. I think it like what was it like? Liquor pitcher like Mondays or Wednesdays or some shit like that. They used to have it popping, right?
White clubs, I tell people all the time.
They have the best deals.
They have the best drink specials. People love to go to the hood club. Nah, I'm chilling with Brad. I'm chilling with Scott. We're drinking good and spend less than $10. They got the best drink specials. They got $2 nights. They got pitcher nights. Man, we be in that bit drunk. Left the house with $10, came home with change.
Lines wrapped around the building.
Back then, I was a broke ass college student, so nigga gotta hop the fence. Gotta hop over the little thing when the security not looking.
Because they had the little balcony.
That little balcony. You just hop over. Oh, I got that. I avoided the $10 cover. And then you gotta hope somebody leaving So they'll let you grab their wristband, so that way, I'm under 21 this time, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
I used to grab the wristbands and put the. I used to keep a Band-Aid in my pocket, so I can grab their wristband and I can use the Band-Aid on the back of it, and then, because they pop the wristband, so if you put a Band-Aid, you never know.
Yeah. So it was straight, and but I remember
that's at Roxy's.
I do. Oh, Roxy's was. Yeah, don't say guilt.
Them jits don't even know what they like. Roxy's. What guilt was before. Yeah.
What guilt was with the stripper pose. What a good time with the stripper pose. Good time.
Good time.
But I want to say, I walked up to a girl. I don't know if what's funny? I just remember the thought process. Like, how do I do this? Like, do I just go up? Do I tap them on the shoulder? Do I just go up and just go for the dance off the rip? Like, I remember I was literally contemplating so much about it. And that first dance dictates so much about how the night gonna go. Like, you don't know the amount of stressing niggas do, damn,
I feel bad for y'all.
Your heart beating through your chest, you trying to get a little eye contact too to make sure you're not just a blind dance.
Bro.
But you gotta count how many niggas that went up. You gotta see if
who got turned away. Yeah.
But you also got to see how many dances she did, because if she did dance 3 songs in a row, she's not trying to dance 4 times.
You got to wait. But so also, you got to make sure you get close enough and be ready for when that song come on. Yeah, because when that back that ass come up, come on. What? Don't. You better, because that's a free pass for any nigga. If you were ugly in the club, bro, that was your free pass. Because the girl did not care. She wanted to throw ass and anybody can get it. But other than that, you had to go through the gauntlet of her friends. That friend be across that kill your whole night. That kill your whole night.
Especially if she might have it's. But I just remember walking up, and I really don't remember if I got denied or not. But I feel traumatic experience you turn off.
So you got
a trigger.
It happens to the best of them, my boy. It happens to the best of them.
Oh no, I know the times I've done rejected. It's just you be you walking away you gotta play it off. I think that's the funniest shit.
You be
yo, the rejection walk away be crazy.
And it's the nigga that been watching all night looking. Damn, another shit. Fuck.
You gotta know what you gotta do. You know you gotta do it though. You gotta if it goes bad, you tying your shoe. You got tying your shoe I gotta bend down real quick. You just dip, then you just turn and dip out. That way, look like you did something else.
I've never been that pressed.
Oh, you stepped on my shoe, kind of.
I've never been that pressed. If it's gonna be like that, I take my let down.
But you gotta reconvene after that. Then you gotta regroup and get yourself together. Okay, take a 10-minute break, a solid timeout. You call the timeout on the play. You wait a little bit. You survey the field again. Okay, who's option B?
You gotta know your strengths, my boy. You gotta know your strengths. Like me, I used to know off top. I've always worn hats and shit like that, and I know women love that mysterious shit. So I had that brim low. You remember when Weezy's always say brim low? All I can see is the flow. I had that brim low, them oversized bucket fitted, and I always knew how to dress, so it was cool. Walk up, boom, 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 whatever. And it was go time. And, you have the ones that be like, no. You have the ones that be like, okay. And it's whatever, because men learn early that you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. We learned that shit early.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. But the life lesson I learned was this. Everybody does not have good hygiene, and everybody don't take a shower before they go to the club.
That's a bar.
I can still tell you. I know the exact night. I know the club, and I can tell you the outfit she was wearing. It was a life lesson I will never forget. Banana Joe's. Got back. We came back Christmas break. We went to Rendezvous one night, and all my old heads will know this down south. Went to Rendezvous one night, and then we went to Banana Joe's the next night. We at Banana Joe's, and I'm talking about I'm feeling good because the night before at Rendezvous, I could not miss. I'm talking about everybody. Everybody that got behind, she was throwing ass. All right, cool.
Oh, those be good nights. Those be good nights.
You know, it just be great nights. We having a great fucking time. So we get to Banana Joe's. They done hit us over the head. It's Miami, so we done paid $20 to get into this motherfucker. And this back then. So we down there, and I still remember this chick walked in. She had black top on, white tennis skirt, and some the Converse, the high, you know, when they had the Converse, the high ones that come all the way up to the
knee.
Yeah, like them shit. Ah! So, I still remember she walked in with the motherfuckers on. I was like, damn, thick as peanut butter in the freezer. I said, I want that one. So the whole night, not the whole night, but from the time I saw her, I was like, all right, I'm plotting. Like you said, we got to plot. Got to get close enough. Got to see what's up. See if she's turning niggas down. I seen she danced with one dude, but nobody really stepped to her after that. You know, whatever. So I tiptoe through the club, and I'm waiting. I get close enough, but I'm waiting for the song to come on. And at this time, if it's not going to be Back That Ass Up, it got to be a Yin Yang Twin song. It got to be one of those. You get me, a Lil Jon song. You get me, like you know. And she got her hands up on her knees and then her bows on the thigh. She like to twerk it. That's it. Oh, that comes on. I see her lean forward.
Yeah.
I was like, go time. I slid. She looked back. I'm looking at her. I made that look like, what's up? Like, you know, hey, we here. What's good? She looked back. She smiled and started dancing. I said, yes, I'm good.
Ooh.
And then this aroma.
It touched the upper lip right there.
It ruined my whole weekend. Like, it was game over at that point. I'm like,
damn.
It was just like, nah. That's not cool. That's not cool. So I promptly stepped back and exit stage left. And it taught me a lesson. One, everybody don't take hygiene the same way we take hygiene. Two, everybody don't take showers before they go to the club. And three, it should have taught me this lesson, but I learned that later. You don't just dance with everybody. I learned that later, and that's an even more disgusting story that we're not going to talk about on here because it's not the first time I was dancing with somebody, so that's what we're talking about. But you learn stuff. You learn life lessons, and ever since then at the clubs, I was more cautious of who I danced with, but also I learned never judge a book by its cover. Something can look so good and be so opposite. All right.
But you gotta be smart, but you also gotta be smart though. You can't do like the 3 dances in a row. Something you can get thirsty. You can get caught up in a twerk. You can get caught up in it. You can get caught up in it. You start trying to dance multiple times with a bit. She ready to go. You trying to be like, damn, nah, I don't know, nigga, to have you. You the nicest one in this bit. Like, yeah. I ain't trying to share.
But I should have noticed, and you're right. When the memory is so traumatic, you remember the knee-high Converse. That I remember the outfit to this day. I promise you, if I seen this woman years later, this is like my freshman year coming back from college. My first Christmas break coming back from college, and I remember this in detail.
Wow.
I promise if I see that woman today, I still know that's her. That's that motherfucker right there.
That's so funny.
Like,
just put her out.
I'm gonna call her Aroma. That's her name from now, Aroma. So, but yeah, I have, like I said, I grew up fast, and I used to brag about it growing up. Then I got older, I realized, wait, some of that shit was not something to brag on. But yeah. I have some horror stories about going out, and why I moved the way I move now. People looking at me like, why you do stuff? But yeah. So I guess we can all agree that, you know, when you're young, you're just trying to go out and be grown.
Nah, fuck that shit. I tell everybody to shoot it like that. When you first learn about rejection, and you're that young in the club, that's your first taste of it, really. Like it's up close and personal. And the thing about that's where men are built. Men are built in the clubs. Like all these.
So where are women built? So where are women built?
In the kitchen.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna say some bullshit. I knew he was gonna say some bullshit. What's your ad name on IG so they can go at you directly and I don't have to read the emails?
They good. They good. Watch this out. Hit me up on there.
You say men are built in the club. Nah, no. But I get what you're saying though. We learned rejection early on.
Fact. So I'm saying like you look at a lot of women who get older, right? They don't know how to shoot shots. They don't know how to like deal with rejection.
Oh, a lot of women don't know how to. Man, women are so awkward when they're trying to shoot their shot. Women are so awkward
because they didn't learn those life lessons.
And let them shoot a shot, and he be like, "Nah, I'm good."
Fact.
She is. I'm not shooting my shot with no one else. Like she is done for life.
Now imagine that, and you in your late teens, early 20s as a young man, you shoot off the hip in the club.
And women be so heartless when they put us down. Hey, they don't care.
So, like you a bitch. I be ready to be like some of y'all some bitches. Like I be like, you got to do me like you don't gotta roll your eyes and smack your teeth. And
girl, they want to make a scene too. Girl, this nigga trying to talk to me. What does he think?
It's always the friend groups. That always is funny. They're like, yeah, no, you gotta go.
I didn't. Nobody even trying to dance with so ugly ass.
It's always an ugly friend. Hey, but that's the thing: the ugly friend or the big friend. Now, this is the one. This is what I'm gonna tell you. If you're the one that always get invited because you're always driving, that's why you're invited. It's always the one with the car because nobody want to talk to her, but she the one who drove. So she's the one that's like, I'm ready to go. Like, damn, chill. I'm ready to go.
No,
like, damn.
Sometimes you need a bodyguard. Sometimes some friend groups need a bodyguard who go, back off some of the creepy niggas. But don't back off the ones who trying to get some sauce on.
Now, I'm finna tell you some game, fellas. Now, if you want to be a toxic individual, this is what you do. You walk to the group. And you're going to notice if it's a group that is one bad one in that group, she's used to being the one that gets the drinks for everybody. She gets the perks for everybody because she's the bad one in the group. You don't go to her. You go to the one. You go to the one a little further down the line. Maybe not the second baddest. Maybe not the third.
You go to second. You
go to the third or fourth one, right? Now for to say something. The baddest one, she's going to be like, the fuck? He walked past me for.
You set them up because then you got to learn how to disengage and re-engage.
But we don't got enough time on the show to give them the whole. I'm just telling you how to get started because that bad one's going to want to know why you don't want to deal with her.
Yeah, that's too much time to teach them how to disengage from the one friend who thought she had you. And then you start making conversations with the rook, and you start etching your way over.
Yeah, then you start because you're not going to the one down the line to be like to get her number. You're going just to start the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And once you start that conversation, the baddest one is wondering why you didn't talk to her first. So, and you don't give her the attention next. You go to somebody else in the group with the attention. You pay attention to the third one, is you make her the fourth one. She's like, oh, whoa, wait. Mm-mm. Now she
I feel like the funniest shit to a girl. I was like, "Oh, I like your shoes."
What?
It was such a solid.
That would be something I would say.
I like your shoes.
It works though.
Like, I suck at shit in my shot.
Nah, yeah. my little go-to used to be, why you had to do that? Do what? Why you had to kill all these women in here? You don't have to come out looking that damn good. Now everybody else in on got no chance. You know what? You wrong for that. They start laughing like, how you doing? I'm a LB. Boom.
Yeah.
Every fucking time. Never lost. Steph Curry.
Man, nigga, if you don't get that played out in 1980.
Hey, I didn't say I do it recently.
I heard that, that's happened to me once. Yeah.
See, boom. Women need food, water, and compliments. Let's be honest. Food, water, and compliments. Women leave good relationships for niggas that just tell her that she's pretty.
You just gotta, hey, turn around. You trying to dance?
Oh my god.
You trying to dance?
Oh man, but that was in my ain't shit days, gentlemen. Now I say, excuse me, miss, what's your name? Where are you from? Can I come? No. See, women don't appreciate that shit. They look. That's Luther. Luther never lose.
On that line. It works. Compliments on the shoes. I would do that.
Now a dude gonna know you. A dude gonna be like, damn, she saucing me up right now. She sauced me up because we know.
Why you a grown man that? Why you have to?
Mayhem would be in there like, chill. I know, Mayhem. My LB, he always do this shit. Chill.
That really is my line. That's my line. That really is my line. That's crazy.
Chill.
That's crazy.
But
gassing him up a little bit.
I feel like you have to learn some rejection. And I even tell my nieces that. I tell them, hey, it's okay to shoot your shot. If you like a guy, tell him you like him. Learn rejection early. Because if you don't, I know a lot of people that embarrass themselves simply because they don't know how to take rejection.
Well, I think it's less. You know what's funny part is? I feel like it is about rejection, but it's more about learning where you at on the spectrum. Like,
That's true. That's true.
You be shooting way too off. Just because you saw your homegirl get that dude, don't mean that you can get that type of dude. Relax.
Okay, yeah, I needed him to explain.
Let's be real, Mayhem. We be out here smashing things that we know we won't date.
No, that's true.
So that also breaks, just like a woman may say, all right, he not my type, he's low down here, but you know what, he's gonna spend money, so I'm gonna show attention. Now he thinks I can pull those kind of women. No, your money can pull those kind of women. You have no personality or nothing. Just like with a woman, she may be on low on the toilet pole. It's fourth quarter. The dude, he done hit up 2 or 3 women. They didn't pick up, or they not on some shit, so he going for Bertha. That's the fourth quarter slide. Now Bertha think that she up there with the baddest. No, Bertha, you still down with the regular. Now everybody beautiful in their own way.
You gotta have some work.
But there's levels to this shit. Like, I know for a fact.
You gotta have some work, though.
Like, this girl was like, she said, why you don't go outside? It was something. Somehow we said something. I was in the backyard, and I'm with the dog, let the dog run in the backyard. I'm in my own private backyard. Nobody can see me. I'm out there with just some basketball shorts on, no shirt, right? And she like, you on your Rick Ross. She say, Rick. I say, yeah, da-da-da. I say, but the difference between me and him is that he's in a different tax bracket where he can walk outside in the front yard with his shirt off. I stay in the backyard. I'm in that tax bracket. She was like, no,
right.
You need to go and just be there. I say, nah, see, that's the difference between men and women. We know where we stop. We know where our level's at.
Yeah, it's like, hey.
I am not taking my big ass outside in the front yard topless. That's not happening. Now, if I skip like 2 more tax brackets, I don't care no more.
Hey, big sexy.
Yeah, did it. Yeah, see, did it. Oh, I like big
sexy.
Money make girls like big niggas.
That's a fact.
Girls that never liked big niggas before will like big niggas.
Hey man, y'all season coming up. It's that season. It's coming up.
First off, big boy season is year round. It's just y'all don't.
I agree.
Big boy season is year round.
Unless they can't cut it with you in the summer.
Oh nah, because they know we gonna. Other than right now, when we fixing this shit, we usually keep the AC.
It's 110. You better have some great. It's 110.
He gonna drop like 10 pounds, just like a sawdust.
10 degrees.
You want to know something? I'm quite sure every big person hears this. This is a compliment we get all the time. Damn, you slimming up. That's what people tell us all the time.
Damn.
Nigga, I haven't seen a gym. I seen more Slim Jims than I seen Jim. And you gonna say I'm slimming up. And people always say that to big people. They say, what's up? Damn, bro, you slimming up.
That's like so offensive.
I don't get why you.
Damn, bro, you losing weight.
I would never say that. Like that's like
unless I
so many other compliments.
And then this is what we do though. This is what we do because we get caught in the sauce. Like, well, I'm trying. Then you think about it like, no, I'm not trying. I had 3 Snickers yesterday. I'm not trying at all.
And then you in the corner and you like reflecting and shit.
This motherfucker just sauced me up. Yeah, I had this chick like, damn, LB, I haven't seen you in so long. Oh, you slimming up. She say, don't lose too much weight. I like my man big.
Damn.
I haven't lost weight in 2 months. I check the scale. I kind of keep a balanced approach. But I tell women all the time, I would never get no bigger. I'll get smaller. I never get no bigger. I try to keep a balanced approach. Yeah. I'm a teddy bear. I know my role. This is my lane. This is my lane. Life is a movie. Everybody can't be the star. So you be the best supporting actor you could be. I'm the chubby guy.
Or it's a movie with Brandon Fraser. You good. That man was in Wales. He won an Oscar for that. You good.
First off, that boy looks sick. See, this is how we get off topic. This shit right here. Oh all
right. Wow. That caught me off guard.
All right. Let's move to topic 2. We're going to get a little more serious on this one. Is stress... I forgot Vanilla wrote this shit out. And we all know she can't English in her own words. It's the stress of being independent and choosing to do it all on their own causing more mental illness in women.
Why is it only women though?
Well, and I'm going to get to that. Because I think we're going to adjust this topic. Let me go to the video that sparked this question here. The video that was received that sparked this question. And then we'll go into why that question was worded that way, but how it should be worded now. And we're going to do a live change on air based off that. So let's go to this video here. This is the video that was sent. And some people may already saw this on social media, but I believe this is in Texas. And this young lady, she hits a car, get out her car, takes all her clothes off, and just start firing a firearm. She starts shooting at cars passing by, as you can see.
Wow.
Now,
I bet I saw that before. That's crazy. That little cheeks on it.
Bruh, this nigga here.
She is booty ass naked. Titties flopping.
That's not what I wanted you to. First off, that's not what we're supposed to see. Then there was another video that was sent to me that I'm trying to pull up, but it won't come up, of the woman in the bakery. I think I posted it in the group chat. In the bakery of her bathing in, like, she got butt naked and started bathing in cakes.
Oh,
like, she started rubbing the cakes all over her.
Ooh.
Then there was a third one of a woman that was driving her car. She slowed the car down just enough to be able to get out the car and start walking away while the car kept driving, and she just walked away like nothing was ever happening. So that was sparked the question. However, upon pondering on this question, because we have our meetings on Mondays, and we talk about our topics on Mondays. And then we start researching. And upon that time of researching, as you can see, I made that change live on air. Upon that time of researching, we had to really take some time to really evaluate this. And one thing I noticed was that I think it plays a big role in mental illness for both men and women, but most importantly, it plays a bigger role in adolescents, the young people. So in my research, I came across a few things that really show, and it's in our community, to be honest with you. In the African American community, the black community is really prominent in a few things. We're superseding more demographics, such as mental health disorders. So if you notice, we have at the top of the chart, you have the total. You have non-Hispanic white, non-Hispanic black, and then Hispanic. And non-Hispanic black leads in every category. Mental health disorders, substance use disorders, anxiety-related disorders, mood disorders, being schizophrenic. Like, we lead in every last category. And then also, when we talk about substance use, so we lead in those as well. Nicotine, alcohol, and other substances use and disorder. Now, it's one thing to drink responsibly. It's one thing to smoke responsibly. And when I say smoke, I'm talking about cannabis. You know, we there's a list of proof that shows the benefits of ingesting cannabis. So that's what I talk about when I say that. Now, we all know I smoke cigars. We all know we all be out doing hookah and stuff like that. So I'm never going to be a hypocrite. I'm never going to be somebody that's, oh, no, you should have done it up. Shit, one of our sponsors is a drink sponsor. So we're not going to play that game. But in this research, I figured that we have to be honest with how independence has affected the household or the home in itself, because life is not meant to do by ourselves.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Yeah. And for men and women, it can be stressful trying to do this all on our own. Mm-hmm. I'm very candid and not candid. I'm very open with the fact that I believe in therapy, that I deal with my own mental health issues, anxiety, depression, PTSD. And that's a constant battle. Mm. But what we're starting to see is that with us doing it on our own, quote unquote, we're finding single parent households. Well, what happens with single parent households? That means that parent is doing it on their own. And when I keep doing this, it's because it depends on a lot of things. That depends if you're really doing it on your own or if you're doing it on your own. Because a lot of people say they're independent, but they have so many government subsidies that they're not doing shit on their own. They just simply living on their own. But you have other people that's working 2-3 jobs, that's trying to make it happen, trying to put for their kids, trying to help everything out. And what happens is the children end up sacrificing the most. They don't get that developmental time. They don't get that attention to detail from the parent because the parent just can't. They can't. They're literally working all the time.
They're forced to grow up early.
The kids are forced to grow up early. I say that from my experience myself. Mm-hmm. I said earlier in the show, I used to brag about the fact that, I jumped off the porch at 11. I was doing this and doing that. Boom, 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 boom. And as I got older, as a grown man, I realized, damn, hold up. So when I do have kids, one thing I want my kids to be kids forever, like for as long as they can. You get me? Like, I'm not trying to force them. I want them to do the corny shit kids do. When you be looking like, no, I'm gonna be right there with them, like, yeah, let's play, yeah, all right, because you have to allow children that time to develop. And what's happening is in our communities, the children are not given that time to develop. They're becoming adults too soon, or dealing with adult issues too soon, which leads to a lot of these things. And they feel like it's okay to go through these things. So what's y'all thoughts? What's y'all thoughts on independence leading to mental illness in men and women?
So for me, I don't even consider myself, how being raised by a single mom like myself, even though my father was in the picture, I've always I don't even call myself independent. I say more now self-sufficient. So where I like to do things on my own, I live on my own, I have help. So it's like, I can't do all of these things 100% by myself. Like some people can, but it's honestly hard. Like you really would drive yourself into like a big mental strain. I feel like if you feel like the world is completely on your shoulders. So it's like, I consider myself self-sufficient to where I know how to do things, but if I have help, I would rather ask for help if I have the ability to.
Okay. What about you, bro?
I would say definitely. I mean, obviously, it probably has a direct correlation with it. You know what I always think about? I think about when I was in my one of them, like, what is it called, capstone classes or some shit like that, like when you were a freshman in college.
Cornerstone.
Like, I remember my teacher, or some capstone.
Isn't it cornerstone in the beginning, then capstone at the end for graduation?
I never knew about cornerstone. I thought it was something else, but I know about capstone. But it's like that entry level class.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think you might be right. I don't know.
No, it was about, over a decade. It was a long time ago. But it goes into what you said. You said it might be last week or week before. You said about interdependence. I learned that word there, and pretty much when she was saying like how like you got to have a group of people. Nobody gets to where they want to go by themselves. Nobody, no billionaire, millionaire, nobody has ever done anything by themselves. They've always had somebody somewhere has either believed in them, helped them out, gave them word of encouragement. Like, even the smallest thing, nobody has ever done anything substantial in life by themselves. So I always took that was like, I never want to be this person that goes around screaming I'm independent. Never want to be like that. It just shows that you have no loved ones, or you have nobody that believes in your vision, or maybe you're not a good person. I mean, I just never thought that. I never saw the value in saying I'm independent. No, don't get me wrong, though. The song is fire. It's independent. Nigga had that shit bump. Nigga had that shit.
I thought you were talking about Webby's. IND. No, my bad.
I don't know. I mean, that's a solid one too. That's some soft shit, but I'm talking about Neo.
How you get a good grade on the spelling test? That's how I did it.
That's how I learned how to spell respect. Aretha Franklin song, respect. RESPECT. All right, I got it.
Y'all public system down here, bro. No.
Hey, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Right.
Florida is fucking up when it comes to that right now, bro.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit. But I always felt like interdependence was always like the way to go. So I'm glad that I had, surprisingly, some of these college classes, when you think they bullshitting classes, like they'd be the most ones that actually help you out. I feel like I learned a lot more from my electives than I did from my core classes at this point. But I just think that I wish more people had a teacher like that, who taught them the value of having a well-rounded group, and instead of people feeling like, oh, I don't need nobody, I'm gonna do it by myself and X, Y, and Z, and that's how they kind of move throughout life. I think when you build bad habits when you're young, it's hard to uncondition yourself from them and recondition. So I just hope everybody, has some people they're able to lean on sometimes, because obviously everybody goes through their own struggle. No, it's not about really just financial. It's just like stress about life, stress about jobs, stress about family. You just never know. Like, you might just be down about some shit that you just down about. Just, you don't got no solid people when you're wanting to really hold you down. It can be a rough ride.
And I think you really hit it on the head when you're saying, I think a lot of people think, oh, I don't need nobody, but there's not one successful business that does not have either a board of directors or somebody that they're bouncing ideas off of. Like, you can't do this without a successful team. And that's the same with life. Life, the team can be you and your significant other. It could be you and your family, you and your but I think people have lied to each other for so long. All right, I talk about this all the time. Atlanta is full of the most broke rich people in the world. Everybody is rich here. Everybody is making it and successful. But that's not the case. But people are so afraid to show that they need help, or show that they can't, that they're so afraid to show that they can't do it on their own, or show their failures, that they rather lie on their successes. And what you have to do, living a lie. The lie produce another lie, produce another lie, produce another lie. And those things cause other people to say, well, shit, if they was able to do it by themselves, I can do it by myself. But they wasn't. And we're killing ourselves. We have a lot of people stressing themselves out, trying to reach a level of success by themselves that somebody else lied about reaching themselves. We have a list of people that come out, and you turn out that, hey, they be like, oh, I made this $1 million doing this hustle by myself. But it turns out that, no, you won a lawsuit that got you $1 million, and then you use that money to fund the image that you had. And now you're selling courses to get to where you got. And that's how you keep making money, because you're selling courses to people, and usually the courses go to single moms. Let's be real. Women are the number one consumers in the world. And if you're a single mom, you already thinking in your head, hey, I got to do this on my own. I got to get mine. I get to make extra income. I need to make more income. If they did it by themselves, I got to do this by myself. I could do this. And you got people buying these courses, and that's how they keep making money. It's the new pyramid schemes. All right.
OG Sentley, she says, I think it depends on how you look at it. if you're used to doing everything on your own and you are self-sufficient, it might be less stressful in your eyes than relying on an unreliable partner or people.
True.
I agree.
True. Yeah. Now, I'm one of those people that I don't know how to delegate. It took me a long time to learn how to delegate. Even with this show, I'd be like, hey, the main reason I had to delegate was because I got on the road. So I was like, hey, bro, I need you to produce this. And then if you're not here, hey, at least I need you to produce the shows that we're not here. That's how the delegation really went. Outside of that, it was, I put it all together. I got the show together. Y'all just show up. We're going to do the topics. Da-da-da. But no matter if you like to do things on your own, no matter if you work better under stress, whatever it is, at some point in time, we all need a break. We're human.
Yep.
We're human. And if the moment you take a break, take a nap, or go to sleep, everything falls apart, that's an issue. So it doesn't hurt to have someone there. I understand you can't let everybody in. I understand you can't give everybody the keys to the house. But at some point in time, and it's a lot of ain't shit people out here. And I'm not talking about relationships. I'm talking about friendships. I'm talking about business partners. I'm talking about just people. There's a lot of ain't shit people out here, so I get that you have to be a little cautious, or very cautious. However, when you do meet somebody that really got your best intentions in mind and your best at heart, don't be afraid. Because a true friend, you can tell them, hey, I'm on my ass. Hey, I'm in a dark place right now. Hey, I need some words of encouragement. There's people I'll call if I'm in that mood. It's when we feel like we can't, when we don't have those people. And that's why when they say, oh, check on your funny friend, check on your strong friend. Because a lot of times, I'm the strong or the funny friend, right? But I have my moments as well. And if we're really honest, we gotta be real when we say that life can get lonely very fast. All it can take is one thing happening and you happen to be sitting at home by yourself and now you feel like you got nobody in the world. So it's good to have a circle around you, or friends around you, or people around you, or family or friends. And sometimes your friends are more family than your blood family, but it is what it is. It's good to have those positive people around you, or those positive people in your circle that you can reach out to that can help you in those times. Take it from me. Those times will come, and when they come, and if you cannot immediately say, I need to call this person, I can call these people. If you can't immediately say that, you're in a very dangerous place. And that comes from personal experience.
It's scary out here.
What a good mic drop.
So, no, you can't do it on your own. If you need to call somebody, call us. If you got nobody else to call us. Well, not Mayhem. Not Mayhem.
Clearly.
His lady don't play. You call him at late night. He can't be like, baby, it's cool. It's just somebody calling to talk.
my phone on DD always.
Man, that shit don't work. All you gotta do is call back to back.
People. Sometimes that don't even work. Sometimes they have it like where even after 4 times, you still go do not disturb.
Yeah.
No, you can turn that off.
Damn, that sucks. No, my best friend, I had to go to the hospital, and I'm calling her because she's in medical field, and I'm calling her and she's not picking up. Her shit going boop, 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 boop. Her phone on silent and DND. Then the next day when she was like, I just got your text. Well, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Could have died, but I'm good. And her house was between my house and the hospital. I'm actually knocking on her door. like I was like, bro, I don't want to go to the hospital myself because I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be asking them, telling them. Yeah, but it's cool. So yeah. Cently.
But I do agree having that I can do it by myself mentality can make it hard to ask and accept help, ultimately making it draining doing everything. I agree from personal experience. But having that village, it helps just make life a little bit easier.
Definitely.
Make it a little bit easier every day.
I just wish it was easier for people to be real. And I'm not saying like people like OG Sentley or something like that. I'm talking about people to be real, because a lot of times what leads to the depression, I think, or the anxiety is the fact that a lot of people fake the fucking funk. A lot of people fake that they're doing great, that they're not. And you start thinking in yourself like, damn, how the fuck are they doing so good? And I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I did everything right and nothing is going right. But this person does what the fuck they want to do and they're living the best. How? You know, and it start that battle within yourself starts happening. And I think that's why it's important to be focused on your goals and not somebody else's. Be focused on your success and not somebody else's, and keep people around you positive that's going to keep you on track, but somebody you can really be honest with and tell them, hey, shit ain't looking good right now.
Because social media is a dangerous place too. That's how a lot of people get into a real dark place as well.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're gonna go to topic number 3. We're gonna lighten the load a little bit. You know, we got a little dark. Let's go ahead and take that up off. We're gonna take that up off the but sometimes we gotta talk about this stuff. You know, sometimes we gotta. It's important. We joke a lot, we laugh a lot, and most shows that's what we're doing. We talking shit. But when somebody's gonna see this and be like, damn, that's what I need to hear. And I hope you got what you need. All right. Topic number 3. Are you embarrassed by your high school pits? Me, no. That boy was. You know what? I should have asked for y'all to send me a picture from high school so I can post it.
Yeah.
You think I got it from?
You don't got.
I have some on my Facebook.
Man, I love my high school pictures. I've been a man since the 8th grade. I've been a man since the 8th grade. I never had what?
I made my page private. I believe
it started.
If anybody got a yearbook, you might burn it.
It started 8th grade. This is how I knew life was going to be different. 7th grade going to 8th grade, it's just a whole nother vibe. Then we get to the 8th. I can't even talk about all that stuff. I was living life. And then we got to 8th grade prom, and my sister got mad because I took a picture with 5 women. Like, I'm just in the picture, like, boom, I got 5 different women in the picture, right? So she was like, da. But my brother was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So then I was like, all right, cool. Went through high school and just, man, I'm good. My high school pictures, I was good. And I was playing football, too. I was in my best weight. Solid, just, What? And I had hair.
I ain't like really. I'm one of those people that didn't like high school.
I had hair. I had braids.
See with hair
down to my shoulders.
Like the ball just works.
Yeah, it works now that I have a beard. But that's the thing. When I had hair, I couldn't grow a beard. All I had was this little tip here. That's all I can grow when I had hair. And then when it took hair off. What? And I tried to grow my hair back. I was like, oh, I'm finna grow it back. Because I was going to dread it up or whatever, right? Some Dade County shit. That ugly phase was not working for me. And then stress started kicking in and all that. And, shit was thinning in certain places. I say, nope, not doing that. So I cut it off and it works for me, Bald head and beards. It's cool.
Yeah, that high school
shit. I didn't get my grown woman body. Skinny in high school. But the pictures were cute, but I didn't get my grown woman body until college.
She said, I didn't get my grown woman body to college. Ooh.
That's the only thing I would change, yes.
I was tiny. I was probably like 140 graduating. I was
nigga. I was a big kid. None of my when I tell you, I was 212 at 12 years old. But you want to know what's so crazy? I was a preemie. I was a preemie. I was so small. And my mom still have all the pictures and all that shit. Everything about me when I was young was different. I feel like I was switched around 3 years old. I was light skinned, I had gray eyes, and I was small as shit. And then about 2 or 3, all my pictures just switched. And my mom was like, no, it's just da-da-da. Now I look like my parents, so you can't say I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, everything fucking switched. When I look at I need to find the pictures. I had this picture of me. I am Alicia's complexion with gray eyes.
Oh, wow.
I didn't need to be light skinned. I like being dark skinned. But boy, see, I already got nice eyes. I got light brown eyes, so it's cool. I'm cool. But those gray eyes, boy, I would have been dangerous. What? Are those contacts?
Like Michael Ealy or somebody.
What?
It was like Michael Ealy.
My brother got the good hair. And when I say good hair, I'm not talking about none about colors. He got that thick, full hair. He get waves like this. Like he'll just grow. He'll be bald to death. Say, man, I want waves. Grow his hair out, brush it. Tsunami.
Oh wow.
But his eyes black in my shirt. Well, me, boy, I be talking to somebody, just look towards the sun a little bit. And be, ooh, you got pretty eyes.
You said look towards the sun a little bit.
You know, you gotta just glance. Like, say that's the sun right there. You be like, yeah, so,
Nigga be like,
no, I'm not. Nigga be blind in this bit. But nah.
You say you don't see it? You don't see him? You say you don't see him?
You don't see me?
Oh, God.
Oh,
look me my eye.
No, and it's funny because like when you're talking to somebody, I like to make eye contact. That's something that I just was taught to do, make eye contact. And when you're talking and somebody in mid, oh, you have pretty eyes.
Mesmerized.
Oh, thank you. You know, I act like it's the first time I heard it. Oh, thank you. I knew what I was doing. Give me the number.
Nigga chin up his tone and shit.
Every dude does that. I don't know why people act like you don't know. Dude, no, that first conversation, that phone ring. Hello.
This nigga is wild.
Nah, I'm chilling.
I feel like mine's the opposite. I feel
like you leaving a voicemail.
No,
like a 90s R&B singer.
Right. But my voice changed based off my mood. So if I'm real, like,
it's been a while since you've been home.
When I get excited, my voice gets higher. So when I'm like, oh, what the fuck? What y'all doing? Like, oh, all right, let's go. But when I'm chilling, I'm really like, yeah, so, nah, we can do that. But of course, like, come on, if I can do it, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I do. Especially if you're on the phone late night. You want to be on the phone late night? Like, Alicia, if you're on the phone with your dude, you want to do this. Hey, how you doing that? You want to do? Yeah, no.
Hello.
See, her voice get all feminine, my voice get all masculine. It's just what it is. You got to use some powers.
Yeah. Use it to your advantage.
I'm talking about I want to have her lay down on the phone like she in high school, feet on the wall. Just no.
Twirling.
Yeah.
Twirling
you don't have you don't have the cord to twirl no more.
You been there.
What? Man, I'm old school. We used to have we didn't have our own. We had house phones, and it was something when you had your own line. Now, there were steps to having your own line. There's the first step of you don't have your own line. You just have your own number. So it just rings different. Instead of ringing ring, it goes ring, 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 ring. That's how you know, that's my phone. But your mama can still pick that motherfucker up and say, get off the phone. But when you got your own line, when it's a whole nother line coming in the house, oh, yeah.
I remember I was in high school and I first talking to girls. Oh, I would hog that phone. Oh, I'll be on that bitch.
Or put that phone underneath the pillow when your mama walk in the room.
I'm hot. You know, especially when they started making the wireless joints.
Woo!
Oh, wow.
And you thought
I'm hiding one of them. One of them mine.
Hey, I was in that age bracket when they had the see-through phones. When they did like the colored see-through phones. Yeah. Oh. So I had the blue one, and I'm in that bit. Yeah, But if it's a cordless phone, your mama get one. You got the big one that's in the kitchen. That's the one that got the answer machine on it. Then you got the two little ones. So she gonna have one in her room and then one somewhere else. I'm keeping the one, just like Mayhem said, I'm keeping the one that's somewhere else. I'm keeping that in the room because I need that nighttime. It's done charged up. I'm putting it in the room.
So what the other one at? I don't know. I ain't seen it.
I haven't seen it today. Nah, because then they start making the ones that you can hit.
Calling that?
Yeah.
You can ring. It can ring. You press the button. You get this. So what you do? You turn the volume down and I do it.
See,
turn the volume down.
You had to do too much.
Battery out.
I'm the baby. So my brother and my sister was gone by the time I was in high school. So then I didn't have to do all that. It was just me and the moms in the house.
Shit, I had what? That's
you got a whole gang of siblings.
Yeah, I had to have that joint. I had to have that bit. Had to sneak into the kitchen. I remember being in the kitchen on the kitchen floor talking like,
the kitchen.
What?
No, one thing I would say is I used to know numbers by heart. Ooh. You remember those days knowing numbers by heart?
Yeah.
Or I had a notebook full of phone numbers. I'm talking about full of numbers. I used to be, man, I was the motherfucking man.
You had a little book?
It was no little black book. My shit was a fucking binder. Like, I had numbers out the ass. Because when I got it, this is the thing. I had to go through, y'all saw that video when the dude was like, he was just being real, like, I don't get why I got stood up. I'm just a good man. That one that just came out, right? That was me in the 7th grade.
Corny.
I was the motherfucker that was on the bus like, you want to sit down? I wouldn't say corny, but it's a few things you need to learn as a man in this world. You got to move a little differently. But I was hey, you want to sit down? I'm still chivalrous. I'm still a gentleman. However, I'm not a fucking pushover. And in the 8th and the 7th grade, that's what I was. I was a little kid, but, hey, that's what your mama tell you to do. You get me? That's what happens when you grow up in a single household with your mama. Your mama's going to teach you how to be a gentleman, how to be chivalrous, all that great stuff, right? And it wasn't until I got my feelings hurt. My mom had told me some good advice, like mamas do. But it was my brother that was like, man, fuck them, bruh. Go and do your thing. Boom, boom. So I said, I'm finna do that. Now, I went from left field all the way to the right field. So it was a total change. And then once I graduated high school, I kind of found myself in the middle. So I tell people, I know how to be a very ain't shit person. I do. But I choose to be a good quality person. But just like Cintley says, a lot of people grew up in college. Like, they glow up was in college.
Yeah. Mine was, I think.
Big facts. Fuck high school.
But that was the thing, though. But even in college, if a lot of people didn't learn that lesson, though, because in high school, it was that person that they overlooked and then got in college and realized this person, oh my God, who the fuck is that? Oh, that's them, boom, 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 right? But they failed to realize that shit can still happen in college. There was a lot of women in college that just did not get to their potential. A lot of men in college that didn't get to their potential until they got into their careers and all that stuff. And now you look at them and be like, God damn. And then the people that you was like that in college that was like, oh, they was the best. Even in high school, oh, they look good. They look the best. They most popular, all that stuff. They peaked in high school or peaked in college.
What's up?
So, yeah.
I ain't peaked yet. You're still climbing. You're still climbing.
Rolling. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep evolving. You gotta keep evolving. That's the biggest thing. You can't get to the point that you feel like I made it.
Oh yeah, gotta level up out here.
Yeah, just like like 50 said, if your looks is your best asset, you're gonna do some whole shit. And for fellas, if you if you park on wherever you at right now, you gonna fall off eventually. Somebody's gonna pass. You got to keep moving. All right, what we at on time? All right, we're gonna run this last topic. Shoot, and this is the thing. Before we get to the last topic, remember I told y'all about the AC situation. We got to have it off for 2 days while they're doing the fixing of it, right? When you have fans going and there's no AC, there's nothing but hot air being blown at. Like, it feel like somebody's breathing on me all around. Like, I got 3 fans going. It feel like somebody just... But if I know if I turn these things off, I'm going to sweat in this mother.
About to say it. Your forehead looks a little glistening like right now. I don't know if it's starting or whatever. I hope you gonna have a good night.
I'm going
have a rough sleep.
Man, nah, see, I told y'all, man, the project that, bruh, Gwen Cherry, Scott Project, all that, man. All right, let me tell you how we do. You put the fan on you, right? First off, you can't sleep with a whole bunch of shit on. Push the covers off. You don't need the covers. And what you got to do, shout out to my Caribbean people. Let's just talk about that. What you got to do is, like the old people say, lay down. You got to get you some water, get you something to drink. You gotta take your shower, right? Now after you take your shower, take your cool shower. That bring your body temperature down. See, you take a shower with the hot water because you got it clean. But then you turn that water a little cool, bring your body temperature down. You lay your fuck down. You turn off all the lights, all that extra shit. You only have your TV, put your TV on the timer so it don't keep the heat going in the room. You have the fans right on you. Now you got to focus on your head and your feet.
Okay.
Because if you notice your feet cold, you never get warm. Have you ever woke up in the morning, your feet was outside the cover, and you like, damn. And you try to get back warm real quick before you have to wake up, but you never get warm because your feet cold. So you put the fan on your feet and on your head. Now, you may wake up a little stuffy, but hey, you're not hot. It's a trick to it. Okay. I only got one more day of this shit.
By the weekend, you gonna have all the air blowing.
I'm telling y'all, better glad I don't got no six pack. I would be on this show topless. I was this close to saying, man, where my tank top at? But I was like, no, I gotta be presentable. So I put on. And the day was laundry day too. So I washed clothes today, but I just didn't feel like folding them. They out in the dryer. I just didn't fold them yet. Because, you know, I'm one of those people that I will wash. I have no problem washing. But folding them motherfuckers, that's a whole nother day job.
Don't even ask what my bedroom look like right now. Just clothes everywhere.
When you single, one half of the bed, clothes.
I just
sleep on the other half.
I'm telling you, I sleep on the other half. And then if you got to, I got this big chair in my room. I just sit them in the chair. The clothes just move around until I get tired of seeing them. And I say,
no, they done fell off the bed because I knocked them off when I was asleep.
You like, you get a little drunk night going, you just like.
But why do we do that?
Throwing them off the bed a little bit.
Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Why don't we just fold the fucking clothes? We don't wash them, dry them, tuck them out the dryer, put them in the basket, tuck them into the room, and they sit in that basket. We'll pull shit out that basket for a week and a half before we start folding shit. And I think we start folding when we realize we need to put shit in the basket to put in the dirty clothes hamper.
That's what I mean. When your floor get too much, you like, all right, let me start.
Yeah, you start.
Or you first see too much clutter, you like,
all right, this shit's getting a little out of hand.
Right.
All right. So outside this hot air blowing. Topic number 4. What are your views on new laws passed in Florida? For those that don't know what the laws are. First up, Mayhem, can you read those off while I pull this shit up, please? You done got quiet.
So what now?
What are can you read off?
Are you talking about
the laws? Yeah.
I'm frozen. I think I was frozen. Weird. Oh yeah. There's a few of them, like the Don't Say Gay law, permitless carry. I guess if you are a person of the trans community, not allowed to go into the gender you identify as bathroom anymore, and also how they try to switch up, I believe, abortion to like 6 weeks. And also some really tight immigration laws. Like for me, example, I work in recruiting, so just seeing how everything you do got to go through E-Verify. You got to make sure people are citizens, people who don't have up-to-date work visas, things like that. It's really hard for them to get work. They kind of really cracking down on that stuff too, which is why a lot of people who have immigrated here kind of been out of luck. Primarily because DeSantis has kind of put these laws into place that kind of forbid people from getting a lot of free labor. And there's still loopholes around it. People still find ways around it. But for the most part, I'll say the first three are kind of the biggest ones, though. You know, like that Don't Say Gay law is kind of like trickle-down effect. Obviously, a lot of people, or just a lot of people in general who like deal with the education system kind of just don't like it because it kind of like hinders, I would say, a lot of open conversation, a lot of open dialogue. I think more and more like this Generation Z and whatever the next generation after that is, I just feel like they consume so much more than what we ever could growing up. So obviously they know what being gay is. I just feel like I feel like at that age we like to think of things through our lens. So we're like, oh, I didn't really know what it was back then and X, Y, and Z. But I feel like somebody saying, oh, it's 2 women I was in elementary or something like that. I never thought it was a big deal, honestly. Like, it's me personally. I mean, it could be probably you raised differently. Maybe you grew up in a household where motherfuckers talk shit about it, and who knows. But I know that Don't Say Gay law has kind of even stirred up the beef between Disney and Ron. Permitless carry, that's self-explanatory. That's just kind of wild. I don't think of all the crazy shit that happens in Florida, that motherfucker should just be out, you know, to you walk around with a gun, one without any background check,
first off,
any formal training.
Florida is always crazy. The most famous person ever in the news is Florida Man. Always Florida Man. Whenever I hear that, I already know. Fuck, what the fuck just happened in Florida? Cause we know it's gonna be some ignorant shit. Now, I won't lie. The one law that I do agree with, and I said this, I think last show or the show before, was that he did overturn lifetime alimony. Mm-hmm. I do agree with that. There's no reason why you should be paying somebody alimony for the rest of your life if y'all were married and you know, it's been 30, 40 years and you still paying alimony. By that time, like, you haven't found it. Like, there's people that literally don't get married again just so they don't have to stop their alimony. They'll literally date somebody for the rest of their life just so they can keep getting alimony, and now they have a new... No, that's not... No. Yes, I think that you should be compensated for the years that you spend time with someone, but you're grown. It's not like your husband broke up with you when y'all was 60 years old. No, y'all got a divorce, and you filed for divorce at 25, and now you're 60, and you've been getting it all this time. Like, no, that's not. No. And y'all can fight me on it. I'm willing to fight on that.
Oh, I'll go. I thought that was her leeway in to keep going into it. So I was like, oh, is he going to keep going? So that's why I was going to let you have it. Yeah. Just pointing one of the other ones that wasn't in like what we had talked about earlier, and this is just me having that finance background from my career that I agreed. The only other thing besides the alimony that I for sure agree with is that giving the financial literacy requirement for high school students, because I think that could just help. Yeah, that was something that I personally thought that was pretty good that man has. I'm not going to talk about my political background, but I agree. I feel like that could have changed the game even for me. Just like knowing
the only difference
even like how we talked about the pre-show. Mm-hmm.
I would say the only difference is that, which I kind of think goes into like the education system and how they view things a little bit differently, is like. Yeah. Because I feel like a lot of at least in Florida, right? We're only talking about Florida. So the way Florida has kind of passed a lot of their laws when it comes to black and brown people, and how black history is taught. The more and more they try to eradicate or erase kind of how things were, or how things are currently, I just think you might get misguided when it comes to financial literacy. Like, if you walk into a bank as a black man, then you finna get the same opportunity as Billy and Joe. You gonna have a fucking rude fucking awakening.
It's that show that we don't even get approved, even with the better credit score and all that. We don't get approved for half of the
even to like apply for a loan for a house to be like a first time home buyer and all that other stuff.
It's way different. Loans. I'm not saying there's not certain programs that can help out, can help assist, but if it was always as simple as just credit score and pay, you can do that shit online, and that shit will get approved in fucking seconds. Mm-mm. Like,
yep.
But also,
you gotta go talk to somebody, you gotta talk to a representative for a reason, because these motherfuckers don't want a bunch of black people running around having property and having a viable amount of money in their pockets.
They're starting to make changes to some of the programs. So like folks home buyer programs and stuff like that, right? What was happening was
affirmative action changing.
What was happening was they were doing that, but a lot of people don't know this, they limit where you can buy. So they be like, oh yeah, we'll help you with this, but you can only buy in this area. Well, what's happening is gentrification is entering into those areas, and now that people are getting houses for a lower cost in this house, but then their property value is skyrocketing, so they're winning in this situation. So now what you're noticing in a lot of these first time home buyers thing is that they're changing the zoning of where they're allowing you to move to.
Ooh, that defeats the whole purpose.
Thank you. Because what they're trying to do is what the first home buyers they want to get people into a home, but you got to be mindful that the fact that it's a few things. One, somebody may get in a home and can't afford the taxes of that increase. Because now that goes up, yes, I can understand that issue. The property goes up, your taxes go up. And if you can't afford that, then you lose the house. However, if somebody gets in that home, purchase that as a first-time home buyer, and that property goes up, and they're able to pull the equity in that, now they're making more money off of that home than what it was for. So I think that just going back on the education thing, they're going to get financial literacy, but they're also taking away true history that they're teaching. Well, first off, let's be real. They wasn't teaching all the history in the first place. Let's be honest. If you know anything about history, they were watering that shit down. But now they're trying to make it look like slaves was interns for the United States.
Yep.
Interns. Nigga.
Like, that's like,
that, you know how bad it is when you got called a white person? Nigga. You gonna tell me, you know, but yeah. Let's see. Whoa, she came in.
Yes. OG Sentley says, I don't agree with the laws, especially with the schools banning certain subjects and courses, which is why a lot of teachers are leaving. And now it's weird. Businesses can turn you away if you're LGBTQ. That's true. That's
also, Miami-Dade just settled a settlement with their teachers. So Miami-Dade, a lot of teachers were leaving. First off, let's be honest. Teachers do not get paid what they're supposed to get paid for the shit they deal with. I was offered multiple jobs, and as a music teacher, as a teacher, just in other subjects as well, and I turned them all down. Every time it turned down. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, for what y'all want teachers to do and deal with, you know, like, they don't get paid enough. Well, and Miami-Dade, they just came to an agreement because they were losing teachers, and a lot of teachers was like, man, fuck it, I'm gone. I think I have it. Boom. All right, news alert. So, the superintendent of schools, let me just skip down. In acknowledgement of the value contribution made by the members of the bargaining unit, let's see here. This includes an increase between 7 to 10% for full-time teachers and a minimum of 4% for support and office personnel. The new starting salary for full-time teachers is $52,000. So let's think about Miami. If this is the new starting salary, $50,000 don't get you much in Miami. If you know anything about South Florida, $50,000 don't get you much. And this is the new, so that means it was like 40 something.
This one bedroom starting at 2 bands off rip.
In the projects.
Yes.
So you already, that's why a lot of teachers go and get extra degrees so they can do other things and all that stuff. The only person making money in the school is the principal and the vice principal. Those are the only two people making money. Or the person that got all these other these degrees. Board. So they're not even a real teacher. They're support staff, special staff. But the teachers that deal with all, because I was dating a young lady that she does that. And she has all these degrees and she does support staff. She don't even deal with kids. And she makes great money. But what about the teachers that deal with the children every day? The ones that have to watch your children every day. Badass kids every day. The ones you send to school that you know they don't got no damn house training because you don't train them. But yeah, so there's so many. I just don't get how we do not support our teachers. Teacher salary should not. A teacher should not have to have a second job.
Kind of what? You know how I feel they teach teachers? They teach teachers like WNBA players.
Yeah. Like, low-key.
You can stay if you want, but if you want to go, it's cool.
Summertime, you got to go overseas. Like, you got to find another job. You got to find some other income. You got to find something.
It's kind of like they force them to teach summer school. Because they know that you don't make enough money throughout the year, so you got to do summer school. It's like, hey, we're going to give you just enough to say that you can live, but
that's why they got to post their registries online, Amazon, because they don't get the help. But I don't think I agree with gender transition in minors.
I honestly, that's a whole nother argument about that whole thing, but I agree with you on the fact that you're not, you should not be able to make a transition until you're an adult.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Just because it's just like a 16-year-old girl getting breast implants or something. Like, you your body hasn't even developed yet. Like, you know, like, give it some time. Like, I'm not saying that you can't.
Isn't that crazy? Wait, hold on. Isn't that wild though? You really think about it? I really consider myself an ally. I really do. I'm just saying, you don't think it's crazy that it'll probably be more acceptable for a person to change their gender than it would be for a 15, 16-year-old girl to get like a boob job?
In society, that's what it is. And we're everybody's so scared to say that stuff, but you have to really stop and think about that. When you have you're not saying that, hey, you can't recognize however you recognize, identify however you identify. That's your prerogative. Mm-hmm. However, this is a child trying to transition something that they may not want to do in the future, or do to that extent in the future, or, you know, it's just like allow. As kids, we make stupid decisions, and I'm not saying that is a stupid decision, but we make stupid decisions as children. And if our parents let us do everything we wanted to do as kids, half of us would be dead, and another half would be dying. Like, it's just we gotta understand that. All right, you get 18, you make that decision. Whatever your country says your legal age is that you're able to vote and be an adult and and have adult responsibilities, then that's when it goes. Your 18th birthday, you want to do it. I had a friend that she was 17 and she was flat chested her whole life. Cool girl, all that stuff, but she always was self-conscious about that. And I can understand a young lady that just, you know, and I'm not talking about she had A cups. I'm talking about she was flat. Like, it just didn't happen. So for her 18th birthday, when she was 16, she started begging her parents for breast implants. And for her 18th birthday, they bought them for her. And she was happy and all that stuff. And hey, that's your choice. That's your option. But I agreed to the fact that they said, we got to wait till you're 18. Like, you got to be grown. Like, we're not going to. And that's the thing. So that whole thing of transitioning, like, with minors, me personally, I don't think, but hey, that's your choice. You as a parent, if you choose to do that, you choose to do that. Yeah. But if I have children,
one more comment.
That's not happening. 18, you can choose to do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. King Amici says, what do you think the effect of all these laws in combination will be on society in Florida? A war zone.
Well, Florida is already its own. Florida is already its
own. Like, Florida is like,
it's like you got
everybody know.
And the thing about it is this: everybody be like, "Oh yeah, it's the South, and it's Florida." Like, they don't even recognize Florida as the South, even though we're the most southern point of the fucking country. They don't even consider us the South. It's like the United States and Florida. But even within Florida, there's Florida. Then you have Miami. Well, Tri-County, Miami, Palm Beach County, Broward County, and then you have Jacksonville, and you have Tampa, right? And all these people that's from Pensacola and all that, be like, no, what about us, Gainesville? What about us? Man, y'all know nobody really know about y'all unless they from there. Like, come on, let's be real. That's military town. But those are those cities move their own way in Florida.
Yeah.
I think, first off, I said this in our meeting. Parents should never rely on school system to fully educate their children. Prior to these laws happening, the school system wasn't educating us on accurate history. They were not educating us for life lessons. The school system is not made for that. Why do you think that rich people or well-off people or people that are in another bracket of life, not tax bracket of life, that they don't send their kids to public school? Now, the number one thing is, they get bullied and all that stuff. Majority of people do not educate their children before their children start kindergarten. There's no reason why, if you feel like it's okay for your child to go to kindergarten and not know their colors, their shapes, their ABCs or 1, 2, 3s, that's the reason why public school is here and private schools and academies are over here. See, public schools are literally most students that go to public schools, they're there for daycare. Their parents drop them off, let them do what they're gonna do. Kids don't even get homework no more. So most schools don't even give homework to kids. They say the teacher should be able to teach them in class. So now when your kid don't even have to come home to have the parent do homework with them, so now your parent don't even know shit that's going on. All they know if you good or bad. My mom used to always, these some books I need you to read. I need you to give me a book report on this.
Yeah, it's not a little book report. We're
gonna da da
da. All that a reading list.
Yeah, and when I was a kid, I'm like, what the fuck? You gonna give me schoolwork on top of schoolwork? But as I got older, I realized why. Because the school is not, they're not here. The issue we're having in the States now is the fact that there are more entrepreneurs than there are cubicle workers. Now, a large number of entrepreneurs are scammers. Most of them are scammers. But there are less people paying into the system and more people pulling from the system. So we have a lot of people on SSI. We have a lot of people on retirement benefits, disability benefits. We have a lot of people pulling from the system and less people paying into the system, which is going to cause the system. And if people don't know my history, I worked for Social Security Administration for 15 years. So when I speak on this, I speak on information. I couldn't talk about this shit before, but I don't work for them no more. So I can talk. But so we have more people pulling. So what's going to happen is this. These laws are going to play a large portion. See, Florida, these laws that's happening in Florida is not for Florida. These are mainly for him running for his next. He want to run for president. So he's trying to prove to the Republican Party that, hey, I'm making the hard decisions. I'm going to put a stance to this. And I did it in Florida. Most of these laws are going to get overturned next cycle. I can promise you that. However, it sheds a big light on a few things. One, we have to really focus more on our local government outside of our president. See, people, this is the mistake we make in our communities, is that we vote for the president. That's the only time we vote. But for our mayor, governor, congressmen or women, we don't vote for those. Sheriff, police chief. We don't vote for those. Or we vote for them, we don't do no education. Oh, the black name. That's the one I'm going for. But those are the people that affect where we live. Those are the people that affect our property tax. Those are the people that affect our resources in our communities. But we only go out when it's time to vote for the presidency. There's two elections. And if it's not a presidential election, people don't go. And if it's not a presidential election where it's going to be two new presidents, now if it's a re-election, half of the people even go for the re-election.
Yeah.
Most people don't understand how voting works. Swing states.
I would do the opposite, honestly. I would do the opposite. I would not vote for a president. I would not vote for a president and vote for a local election.
Think about this. When a president makes a decision, your representation of your state. See, when they have to vote on these decisions, it don't matter who the fucking president is. It matters on the people who's voting to say yay or nay. Mm-hmm. I'm not about Republican or Democrat because both of them lie.
I'm always independent.
We need to really start holding people accountable. Fuck what you represent. Because Democrats have lied to the community for years. Like, people of color, Democrat wasn't even our first one. It was Republican. And then it switched to Democrat. And we blindly vote. Oh, we're going to vote anybody that's Democrat. And Democrats say, oh, we're going to do this and this and this and that and that. And then they get in there and we don't get half of the shit they say. You want to know why? Because we vote for a fucking president and not anybody at local government level. Mm-hmm. So all this shit is gonna overturn. He's just trying to do this shit to show the Republicans that he can do, that he can make the hard decisions.
That motherfucker has a 17% approval rating, and Trump still got like 53 or 54. So he's not winning.
With three indictments.
With 3 indictments, the motherfucker's still leading by.
He always in the news.
Like, if this doesn't show you, some people say, "Well, I don't vote because it don't matter."
Well, you should not vote for I don't vote for presidents really, but I do vote for local elections.
Your local elections are the most important elections, and we overlook them, and that's where the power is really at. When you control your local election, you control your city, then you control your county, then you control your state. And if you stay in a state like Florida, we can control decisions being made in other places as well. See, that's the biggest issue we run. That's the reason why Florida was able to run on Republicans so hard, is because the older people will vote the local shit. And the young people and the people of color will only vote when it's presidency time. Mm-hmm. See, so that's
why we're still a red state. Yep.
Them old folk, they voted for everybody. And I even said this. I was like, we should actually take the time to write out the representatives, what everybody is bringing, and put a chart, because some people just can't, they don't read. Because they know how to have the voting charts, like, oh, when you go vote, these are the people you want to vote for because they're standing on this. Most people don't read all that shit. And also, the laws that they're writing will be tied in with other laws. So they'll be like, oh, we're going to make weed legal. But with weed, for the second time, you get 20 years. Like some bullshit. Like, they'll put shit in there. Like, just somebody make a chart. And honestly be like this. If you don't speak for our community, like, we need to hear what you're going to say for the community, what you're going to do for the community, what you're going to do for whatever your focus is, what you're going to do for it. And then when we vote, if we vote them in and they don't do it, we get their ass out the next election. When you start showing that kind of power, because we allow people to lie to our community over and over and then don't do it, and then what happened? Oh, we're not just going to vote for nobody next time. All right, they're going to keep their same fucking position. You got people in Congress that's been sitting in the same seat for fucking ever.
Florida keeps being populated no matter what. I don't think it will affect population size, but it may increase more conservative people moving here. Oh yeah, we're still a red state.
Yeah, but also most of the big companies move they move their headquarters to Orlando, to Central Florida. See, and this is the thing. They did that for a few reasons. One, Orlando or Central Florida is considered a family-oriented area. Two, Central Florida was giving Disney so many breaks for the business that they bring. So many breaks that Disney was like winning. So companies were like, shit, I want to win too. That's why that whole shit with Disney and DeSantis really was an issue. Like when DeSantis said, well, we're gonna stop allowing Disney to have the tax breaks they have, and y'all have and then they say, this is how it affected everyone else. When the state had to pay for all the signs in Central Florida in that Disney area and celebration and all that stuff what Disney paid for, they sent that out to all the homeowners stating that, hey, your taxes or you have a fee that's coming up that's, I think it was like $1,000 or something that they had to pay out of nowhere to make up for the millions of dollars that Disney was covering to get those tax breaks. Oh, wow. So, but also that caused property tax to go up because everybody moved there. Rent went up. Everybody moved there. What's going to happen is, yes, a lot of people are moving to Florida, but it's just like a gentrification effect. You're going to have a lot of people that can't no longer afford to stay in Florida, move out or move into like the other places. Like when we talk about Duval is a very big place. However, it's mostly rural area. So they're going to start building up in those areas and stuff like that. And you're going to really get to the point where you're going to see, I think Sentley has a point, it's going to be more of a conservative point to it. And a lot of people don't realize this, but tax bracket plays a part on how somebody votes. The Republicans are going to always spend more attention to tax breaks for the wealthy, for business owners. So if you're a business owner, you're going to want those tax breaks. I know a lot of black business owners that voted for Trump. They'll never say it. They'll let you talk, they voted for Trump. Because let's keep it real. For business owners, Trump, money was moving in the country. He had the money moving. And that's what's going to happen. So Florida's going to be underwater in the next 20, 30 years anyway. So That's my belief. You got sea levels rising. We already under sea level. So and sea levels continue to rise.
Hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, and Florida is going to literally be underwater in the next 30 years. So I wouldn't buy. That's why I didn't buy my house in Florida.
I personally don't think I will relocate to another state for this, but when I have kids, my mindset may change. Regardless, I feel all states have their own issues. It's true.
Definitely have their own. Like Georgia, their electrical grid is made out of popsicle sticks. If somebody fart too hard, the power goes out here. So, but in all honesty, yeah, everybody's gonna have their own. Every place is gonna have their own issues. As a parent, it's your job to lead your family, lead your children, educate your children. Like let's keep it 100. Like even if your kid's in private school, it's your job to check and see what they're doing, verify that they're learning what they're supposed to learn. So yeah. All right. Do we have any more comments? We don't have any more comments. All right. So let's go ahead with final thoughts. We're gonna get up out of here. Let's start off, ladies first. Alicia, final thoughts.
Make sure y'all vote. Vote. That's all I gotta say. Look up School of Rock. I'm just a bill. Educate yourself.
Wow, you took it back. But a lot of people don't even know. So yeah, y'all need to look at that shit. It's like that really breaks it down.
I'm just a bill.
Yeah. Also, damn, I just lost it. My bad. Go ahead, Mayhem.
I would just say I'm ready for my weekend to start, so I'll see you in the end.
This nigga here.
He's in vacay mode.
Already. Don't be like Tell. He hit me up like, hey, well, at least you let me know the day before. Tell was here. Like, hey, bro, what you up to? What? No. Oh, I'm in Atlanta. Nigga, what? Like, but yeah.
Random.
All right. My final words is, yeah, vote, but let's be real. Let's be honest with each other. I always say this shit. Be honest with each other. Be honest with yourself. We talked about a few things today. When we talk about independence with mental health is real. Mental illness is real. My bad. Mental illness is real. A lot of people are going through burnouts, where they've pushed themselves to try to reach these goals, which people faking the funk has made unrealistic goals. Everybody feel like they're supposed to be rich or famous, and everybody's not going to be rich and everybody's not going to be famous. There's nothing wrong to set goals and work towards them, but it's something wrong when you're killing yourself and you can't even enjoy it. So you have a lot of people going through burnout. They're working 2-3 jobs to be able to make 6 figures, but they can't enjoy the 6 figures. I knew this young lady who that's what she was going through, and she had a whole session, a whole thing of that would happen to her, and it takes a lot longer to come back from burnout than it does to just pace yourself. But yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Shout out to OG Santley. Shout out to King Amici. I'm sorry, I fucked that all up. Shout out to Palm Productions. As I said, Porky, you coming soon. I believe they debuted their first episode on Halloween. Yeah, I'm actually helping out with that, so I'm letting you know it's funny as fuck, and hopefully Vibe Society be a part of that lunch. Helping them out with that lunch. But shout out to everybody that hit us up on the IG. Shout out to everybody. If you like, comment, and subscribe. If you like the show, you already know. Hit us up on the Cash App, $ Vibe Society with an X, because we always gonna keep it extremely funny. All right, until next time, I go by the name LB Easy, aka Passport Poppy, here, my bro Mayhem, the beautiful Alicia, and this was Vibe Society. Yeah, babe.